dipropone.
Okay, good morning, dear students. Is it audible? Okay, good morning, dear students. Is it audible? Dear students, is it audible? Hello, dear students, is it audible? Hello. Okay, what is meant by optimal solution? A solution to the optimization problem which minimizes or maximizes the objective function is termed as optimal solution. So find the number of comparisons made by the sequential sets in the worst case and the best case. So the number of comparisons made by the sequential sets in the worst and best case are 1 and n key comparisons respectively. So what is meant by optimal solution? A solution to an optimization problem which minimizes or maximizes the objective function. Okay. A solution to an optimization problem which minimizes the objective function is termed as an optimal solution. An optimization problem is a computational problem in which the object is to find the best of all possible solutions. More formally, find a solution in the feasible region which has the minimum or maximum value of the objective function. See the next question. Find the number of comparisons made by the sequential sets in the worst case and the best case. So in the worst case scenario and in the best case scenario, what are the number of comparisons made by the sequential sets? Made by the sequential sets. Already we discussed about define a knapsack problem. Already we discussed about knapsack problem. Okay, in the knapsack problem, what is a knapsack? That is a bag. Okay, that is a bag. Okay, knapsack is a bag is a problem in combinatorial optimization problem. Given a set of items, each with a weight and value, each with a weight and value. Determine the number of each item to include a collection so that the total weight is less than a given limit and the total value is as large as possible. So it derives its name. It derives its name from the problem faced by someone who is constrained by a fixed size knapsack and must fill it with the most useful items. Now define divide and conquer strategy. So what is a divide and conquer strategy? So we are dividing the given problem into number of subproblems and finding the solution to each subproblem to get the solution to the original problem. Okay, to get the solution to the original problem, a divide and conquer algorithm works by recursively breaking down into a problem into two or more subproblems of the same type until these become simple enough to be solved directly. The solutions to the subproblems are then combined to give a solution to the original problem. Okay. Already we discussed what is a divide and conquer strategy. So give some examples of divide and conquer method. Just see the examples. Just read the examples. So divide and conquer method are binary search, Euclidean algorithm, Cooley-Tukey fast transform algorithm, and merge sort algorithm. These are the examples. Okay, next one. See, write control abstraction for divide and conquer techniques. Control abstraction. The control abstraction for divide and conquer technique is, see, the procedure of divide and conquer technique. Procedure divide and conquer P comma Q, P comma Q. The data size is from P to Q. If size of P comma Q is small, then solve P Q. Okay. Else divide P comma Q. Call the same function. So combine divide and conquer Pm. Again divide and conquer m plus 1 comma q. That means we are dividing the problem into two subproblems and finding the solution to each subproblem. Again by dividing recursively. So after dividing the subproblems recursively and finding the solution to the subproblems and combining the solution of all these subproblems. So that is why we have used the combine function to get the solution to the problem. So this is the algorithm. So sometimes this type of algorithm is known as control abstract algorithm, as they give in abstract flow. So this way of breaking down the problem has found wide application in sorting, selection, and searching algorithms. See, in our data structures or in design and analysis of algorithms, we have the sorting algorithm, selection algorithm, and searching algorithm. These are very important algorithms. So in sorting, we have many types of sorting algorithms. Again, in the same in the searching algorithms also, we have many types of searching algorithms. So linear search, binary search, like this. Okay, advantage of binary search. Okay, what is the advantage of binary search? What is the use of binary search? So to search an element at a faster way. So is a fast way to search a sorted array. The idea is to look at the element in the middle. If the key is equal to that, the search is finished. If the key is less than the middle element, do a binary search. Do a binary search on the first half. If it is greater డూ ఏ బైనరీ సెర్చ్ ఆన్ ద సెకండ్ హాఫ్. ఓకే, మనం ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లమ్ని 2 పార్ట్స్ కింద డివైడ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. అంటే మన యొక్క కీ వాల్యూ మిడిల్ వాల్యూ కంటే ఎక్కువ అయితే, మిడిల్ వాల్యూ కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉంటే రైట్ సైడ్కి వెళ్తాం సెర్చింగ్కి, లేదా ఒకవేళ మిడిల్ వాల్యూ కంటే తక్కువ అయితే లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ సెర్చింగ్కి వెళ్ళడం. What are all the advantages of binary search? Binary search is an optimal searching algorithm using as an can search the desired element effectively. So applications of binary search is in efficient searching method. Searching, when you want to search an element, then you can go for binary search. Okay, that is a faster way of searching the elements. So binary search is an efficient searching method and is used to search desired record from database. Database నుంచి మనకు కావాల్సిన రికార్డ్ని సెర్చ్ చేసుకోవడం. So for solving nonlinear equations with one unknown, this method is used. Okay, what is the time complexity of binary search? Best case, big O of 1. Average case, big O of log 2n, log n base 2. And worst case, O of log n base 2, big O of log n base 2. So these are the 3 cases: best case, average case, and worst case. In the best case, we have the big O of 1 time complexity. In the average case, big O of log n base 2. In the worst case, big O of log n base 2. So now what is the time complexity of straightforward with D and C of finding minimum maximum? So best case occurs when the elements are in increasing order. So the number of element comparisons is n. So worst case occurs when the elements are in decreasing order. So the number of comparisons is 2 into n minus 1. So average case occurs when A of I is greater than maximum half the time. So how the elements are arranged? Based on that, we have the time complexity of minimax algorithm to find the minimum number and maximum number. Now, what is a greedy technique? Already we discussed what is a greedy algorithm and greedy technique. It is a optimal algorithm. So, in greedy algorithm is any algorithm that follows the problem solving heuristic of making the locally optimal choice at each stage. So at each stage, it searches for locally optimal value. Suppose you want to find the minimum value, so it will search for minimum value each and every stage. So in many problems, a greedy strategy does not produce an optimal solution. Greedy strategy does not produce the optimal solution, but nonetheless, a greedy heuristic can yield locally optimal solutions that approximate a globally optimal solution in a reasonable amount of time. So for example, a greedy strategy for the traveling salesman problem. When you consider traveling salesman problem, what is the greedy strategy? So which is of high computation complexity. Since when you want to solve a traveling salesman problem, it takes combinatorial explosion problem. So many number of years it will take to find the solution to the problem when the number of cities are increasing. So it is a highly computational complexity problem. With the following heuristic, at each step of the journey, at each and every step, visit the nearest unvisited city. Nearest, we need to search for nearest unvisited city. Okay, this heuristic does not intend to find a best solution, but it terminates in a reasonable number of steps. So within some number of steps, we can terminate this algorithm. So finding an optimal solution to such a complex problem typically requires unreasonably many steps, many number of steps to find the optimal solution. Now the greedy method is the most straightforward design technique that can be applied to a wide variety of problems. Now define feasible solution. What is a feasible solution. A feasible solution is a solution that satisfies the constraints. Constraints satisfy చేస్తే, కండిషన్స్ సాటిస్ఫై చేస్తే ఆ సొల్యూషన్ మనం ఏమంటాం? ఫీజిబుల్ సొల్యూషన్ అని అంటాం. కండిషన్ సాటిస్ఫై చేసేదాన్ని. Now define optimal solution. Just see the answer for optimal solution. An optimal solution is a feasible solution that optimizes the objective or optimization function. In general, finding an optimal solution is computationally hard. Now, what is the control abstraction of greedy technique? Greedy technique lo control abstraction enti? Select, feasible and union. We have select, feasible and union. Select is the function that selects an input from A and removes it. Feasible means is a Boolean valued function that determines whether X can be included in the solution vector or not. So union is the function that combines X with the solution and updates the objective function. So we have the select, feasible and union are the three functions used in the greedy technique. Now what is meant by container loading? Container loading problem is a problem which is used to load the chip with the maximum number of constraints, maximum number of containers. Load the chip with maximum number of containers is a container loading. So define complexity analysis. What is a complexity analysis? So complexity analysis is a set of problems of related complexity. We have simpler complexity. Classes are defined by the following factors. Okay, the type of computational problem. The most commonly used problems are decision problems. In our problems, we have the decision problems. However, complexity classes can be defined based on function problems, counting problems, optimization problems, and promise problems. There are different types of problems. So model of computation. What is the model used? Common model is Turing machine in olden days, but many complexity classes are based on non-deterministic Turing machines, Boolean circuits, quantum Turing machines. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ గ్రీడీ అల్గారిథం. మనం గ్రీడీ అల్గారిథం ఎక్కడెక్కడ వాడతాం, ఏ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్కి జనరల్గా గ్రీడీ అల్గారిథం ఉపయోగిస్తున్నాం? కంటైనర్ లోడింగ్ ప్రాబ్లం, knapsack problem, topological sorting problem, bipartite cover problem, single source shortest paths problem, minimum cost spanning trees problem. So in these problems we are using the greedy technique. Now how the choices are made in each step in the greedy method. Greedy method lo manam choices ani తీసుకుంటాం, different choices, different possibilities. So how these choices are made? Choices of a solution made at each step of the problem solving in the greedy approach is feasible. Means it should the problems constraints will be considered. Feasibility and locally optimal. Among all possible solutions, the best choice is to be made irrevocable. Once the particular choice is made, then it should not get changed on the subsequent steps. Now, what is a general plan for divide and conquer algorithm? For this algorithm, what is the general plan? Divide the problem into two or more subproblems. Now conquer the subproblems by solving them recursively. Combine the solutions to these subproblems into the solution for the original problem. That is the basic question in divide and conquer algorithm. Now see the our unit 3 question and answers. What is the difference between dynamic programming and greedy algorithm? So we have different techniques in our design and analysis of algorithms. One of the techniques is dynamic programming, another technique is greedy algorithm. Now see the difference. Greedy algorithm computes the solution in bottom-up technique. Bottom-up technique. It computes the solution for from smaller subroutines and tries many possibilities and choices before it arrives at the optimal set of choices. Now, what is dynamic programming? In this, computes its solution by making its choices in a serial fashion. Never look back, irrevocable. Okay, only choices in a serial fashion is concerned. Now, see dynamic programming, that is greedy algorithm, and dynamic programming. It does not use the principle of optimality, greedy algorithm. That is, there is no test by which one can tell GA will lead to an optimal solution. So in the case of dynamic programming, it uses the principles of optimality. సో మన గ్రీడీ అల్గారిథంలో ఆప్టిమాలిటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ లేదు. అదే మనకు డైనమిక్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్లో ఆప్టిమాలిటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఉంది. Now what is the difference between dynamic programming and divide and conquer? Dynamic programming అలాగే divide and conquer. So what is divide and conquer? Divide the given problem into many subproblems. Find the optimal solution. Find the optimal solution. Okay, individual solutions and combine them to get the solution for the main problem. Okay, dynamic programming lo aithe decisions and sequences are guaranteed and all the overlapping subinstances are considered. So overlapping cases also, overlapping subproblems also will be considered in the case of dynamic programming. In the case of dynamic programming. Now follows top-down technique. Divide and conquer follows top-down technique, whereas our dynamic programming follows bottom-up technique. Now split the input only at a specific points, midpoint. Split the input at every possible points rather than at a particular point. At a particular point. So each problem is independent. Each problem is independent. So subproblems are dependent on the main problem. So what is dynamic programming? So what is dynamic programming? Dynamic programming is an algorithm design method where the solution to the main problem can be viewed as the result of a sequence of decisions. Sequence of decisions. So it avoids the calculation of same stuff twice అంటే same thing need not be calculated again and again. Okay, by keeping the table of known results of subproblems. Now see the next question. What are the basic elements of dynamic programming? Dynamic programming యొక్క basic elements ఏంటి? Substructure, table structure, bottom up computations. సో టేబుల్ స్ట్రక్చర్లో మనం కంప్యూట్ చేసిన వాల్యూస్ని స్టోర్ చేస్తాము, ఆ వాల్యూస్ని మళ్ళీ ఉపయోగించుకుంటాం. ఓకే, డిఫరెంట్ సబ్స్ట్రక్చర్, టేబుల్ స్ట్రక్చర్ అండ్ బాటమ్ అప్ కంప్యూటేషన్స్. Substructure, table structure and bottom up. A problem is said to have optimal substructure if the globally optimal solution can be constructed from locally optimal solutions to subproblems. So if you construct globally optimal solution from the locally optimal solutions to subproblems, so we can either build up solutions of subproblems from small to large, or we can save the results of solutions of subproblems in a table, top-down plus memorization table we are taking. This forms the table structure. Okay, we have the substructure, table structure and bottom-up computations are there in the dynamic programming. Now what are the applications of dynamic programming? Dynamic programming మనం ఎక్కడ వాడతాం? Just read the applications. Dear students, just read the applications given as an answer to the dynamic programming. Okay, Fibonacci numbers, longest increasing sequence, minimum, weight triangulation, the partition problem, approximate string matching. These are the applications. Now define multi-stage graph. What is a multi-stage graph? So a multi-stage graph is a graph G equal to V comma E, where V is partitioned into K greater than or equal to 2 disjoint subsets, such that if A comma B is in E, A comma B is in E, then A is in Vi, vertex set. Okay, B is in next vertex, Vi plus 1 for some subsets in the partition. And V1, that is number of V1s, number of vertices, is equal to number of vertices with K, that is Vk, is equal to 1. So the vertex S in V1 is called the source vertex. Then source vertex అని అంటాం. The vertex T in Vk is called the sink vertex. Okay, vertex T in Vk is called the sink vertex. We have source vertex and sink vertex. So G is usually assumed to be a weighted graph. G is a weighted graph. We are taking the edges with weights. All the edges are labeled with weights. That graph is called weighted graph. The cost of a path from node B to node W is sum of the costs of edges in the path. So the multi-stage graph problem is to find the minimum cost path from S to T. Each set Vi is called a stage in the graph. Now define the principle of optimality. What is principle of optimality? So dear students, just read the answer once to get a clear understanding of principle of optimality. Just read the answer shown on the screen. So it states that in an optimal sequence of decisions, each such subsequence must be optimal. So to use the dynamic programming in the problem, must observe the principle of optimality. You need to observe the principle of optimality. That whatever the initial state is, remaining decisions must be optimal with regard the state following from the first decision. Now give the formula for cost of I comma j of multi-stage graph in both forward and backward approach. This is the formula you can see. Okay. Now derive the formula for the Floyd-Warshall algorithm, Floyd's algorithm, and running time of the algorithm. Want and do. That means we are using the three for loops, and our formula used in Floyd's algorithm is d of I comma j is equals to minimum of I comma j comma d of I comma k plus d of k comma j. We need to consider the minimum distance between I and j. Suppose there is a node k in between I and j, then consider the distance from I to k and k to j. You need to consider, you need to add these two distances and direct distance from I to j, compare these two, which one is the minimum, that particular minimum value will be considered. So we are using the three for loops in this Floyd's algorithm. So the running time of the algorithm is big O of n cube. Okay, OBST means optimal binary search tree, which has a minimal expected cost. Okay. So what are the preconditions for the Floyd's algorithm? Floyd's algorithm preconditions ఏంటి, ముందు ఏమేమి కావాలి Floyd's algorithm అప్లై చేయాలంటే? Precondition for the Floyd's algorithm
So define 0, 1. Okay, define 0, 1
knapsack problem.
The
The most common formulation of the problem. Is the 0, 1 is the 0, 1 knapsack problem. So which restricts the number of xi of copies of each kind of item to 0 or 1. So mathematically, the 0, 1 knapsack problem can be formulated as, see this one, maximize and subject to. So sigma I equal to 1 to n vi xi. So subject to sigma I equal to 1 to n wi xi. So less than or equal to w. So xi is in between 0 and 1. So in the 0, 1 knapsack problem, when you can say that is a maximization problem. We want to place the maximum number of items in the bag such that it should not exceed the limit of the bag, capacity of the bag. Now, what are the steps involved in dynamic programming? Develop a mathematical relation that can express any solution and sub-solutions for the problem. Now, prove the principle of optimality. Develop a recurrence relation that is a solution to its sub-solution using mathematical notation in step 1. Okay, write an algorithm to compute the recurrence relation. So we are using the recurrence relations in our dynamic programming. Okay, dear students, with this today's class is completed. We will continue the 2 marks questions with the answers in the next class also. Okay, thank you very much for attending the class.